Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. Dollarama. Screen Caddy, the screen top shelf, the space saver, instantly creates a shelf on top of your screen or your television set. Oh yes, it is so cool. And of course, on the back of the box, this is what it looks like. Okay, so in real life, what does it really look like? Well, let's grab the camera and give you guys a bit of a look at this thing. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like here. And you can lift this right off the screen. And of course there's your two legs there that adjust. And so what you want to do is put it on the screen first and adjust it till it's level and center it on your screen. Now with my screen I can center it really easily because I've got this round disc thing shaped on the back of my screen, so pretty easy to center it. And this is your adjusting knob to adjust the tension for the two legs. And once it's set, that's it. Away you go. Pretty simple, and it comes with that little pad that's on top and for anti-slip kind of thing. But they show on the box here that I just tossed out of the way. You can put stuff on it like you know, if you have like a router, an Android or Apple TV box, if you want to organize pencils and a picture maybe, because you're running low on desk space, right? Like we all kind of do run low on desk space. I've got a big L desk, but I still run low on space. And in this case, I've been trying to figure out a different solution for using my iPhone as a continuity camera properly so I can sit in front of my screen and be able to talk to you guys and keep a general eye of where my eyeballs are sitting because I'm trying to look at you guys, right? And there doesn't seem to be a whole ton of realistic solutions that I can pull off and have it as a webcam that normally you could adjust a lot easier and better, but this does work. It does solve a lot of problems for me to a certain point. One of which is when I'm teaching my students, of course, after they've gone from their lesson, I will sit here at some point between that day and before the next lesson, and I will cut a video for them of that lesson so that when they come for the next lesson, they have that one. So we kind of do a lesson, they're on their own for 1 week at least to try and remember what I taught them, and then the following week when they come, they have that video of the exact same lesson that they can continue on with. And of course the second lesson is a pickup from the first to see what they did remember, and then we just progress from there. So they end up getting a video collection of everything. But the big problem I was having was even with my main camera, my DSLR, it's hard to get a good setup for in-frame to be able to show the chords and stuff. So what I can do with this is I can angle this a bit more down and give a better view of the guitar neck. Something that is hard to get with my main DSLR camera, right, is a good view of the neck and of course the strumming area or picking area, whatever we're doing. So I can sit here and say, okay, you see where my finger is, I'm on the 4th string on the 2nd fret, okay, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna hit these two strings, your A and your D, right, we're gonna just do this. So this finger, of course, is your 3rd finger, goes to the 4th fret of the same D string, right? And I can do guitar lessons really easy that way. Because one of the things I'm thinking about doing this winter is I'm going to take another stab at offering lessons on YouTube. Because for you guys, the view, it's all free, right? This way I can get more content up there for guitar lessons. Teach people how to play guitar, or if you're in a rut, I can give you ideas on how to get out of that rut, because no matter how experienced we get as guitar players, we do get stuck in that same humdrum thing. Oh, I know all these songs, I'm getting tired of playing these, and is there not something more, or how can I be more creative, you know? And one of the creative things I like to do with the 3 blues tunes that I was taught, which was more for, it's not just about playing these, right? You know, it's not just about playing that, it's getting to experiment with it, right? So if you wanted to, you know, do something like this, for example. Some people don't really have creative juices, even as a guitar player. They just can't seem to think outside that box of what they already know, and it's like, there is more to these riffs than just, the plain humdrum thing all the time, right? It's just... You get the idea, right? So anyway, continuity camera for me works really great for giving me that visual on screen, so I can do this stuff and give you guys a much better detailed thing. I don't have somebody running my camera that can zoom in, zoom out, do all this, and you need to see the whole instrument, where I'm at, on the body, where I'm at on the neck. So that's going to be a great use for this particular tray. We were looking at these before and thought, man, well, it is a dollar store. It's probably going to break in a day, like who knows, right? But from what I see from the build quality on this thing, it does seem to be built pretty good. One thing you do have to watch is don't over torque that nut, okay? I mean, number one, the shelf is only designed to withstand 5 pounds of pressure, and it's probably going to start to sag a little bit if you overdo it, right? So having just my camera up there, maybe something else, 2 or 3 things lighter, would work out for me. I could keep things in a better place. Like right now, my pens are way over here, so now if I want, I can move them right over here, put them on the shelf, and they're in front of me. I can grab a pen. Now, the only drawback for this for me is where my desk is currently located. I have 3 guitars in behind my screen, and of course I have a 32-inch screen. So I can get at my Les Paul, I can get at my Strat, but I cannot get at my Kramer Pacer unless I remove this thing. So there is one hassle there for me with that, but I can deal with it. And it's like my wife said, how often do you actually touch that Pacer? She's got a good point. I rarely ever touch the Pacer. Why do I have it? Because I like it. It's purple. It's a Pacer, and it's got a Floyd. So when I'm in the mood to go all wicked crazy and have fun with a whammy bar and want to stay in tune, that's why I got a guitar with a Floyd Rose for. So it's not that often I touch that guitar, but I still like the guitar regardless. It was still worthwhile buying. So I think these shelf units, I mean, literally, if I did it right, I could put 2 of them on my screen, but why bother? I only need the one. But you can put them on your TV sets and have, depending on how big your TV set is, you can have a multitude of these things and put all kinds of stuff up top, and it can work. So I think that it's a really good buy, and it was only like $4 or $5. It was under 5. It was around $5 or less. But it's pretty decent, I think, for the money. I think that as long as you keep in mind the weight of your objects that you're putting on it, you'll be fine, because like I said, it is rated for 5 pounds, so I would probably stick with that. It says here it fits flat screen TV and computer monitors, not for laptops, by the way. ABS sturdy and durable, holds up to 5 pounds. The shelf is 13.4 inches wide, 6.5 inches deep. So that's pretty decent amount of space to put some stuff up there. It's just like they say it is. It's great for saving space, and in my case, I have my continuity camera up there, or my phone that's used as a continuity camera. And it works great for that. I thought, well, that'll work, And for holding my camera, I don't know if you guys saw it or not. You may not have, but in case you didn't, a while back I bought this. I think it's made by Gadgetry or somebody. Anyways, it's from the source. It's like this camera thing that comes with a tripod, and you put your phone on there, and you have to be with a certain distance of the lens to pick you up, and it follows you around in 360 degrees. It's actually kind of fun. Didn't work for the purpose I wanted it for RC trucks, but it works for other things, and right now it's a stationary setup for just having the phone up there. But if I wanted to actually be able to move around the room and have the thing track me, I can still do that because it's just sitting on its base. It has a non-slip base separate from the tripod. So you can use it that way too, and then it can follow me around in the room in here if I'm doing something, and that actually works, because then it's hands-free cameraman, don't need one, because this only gives this view, you know. So if I was to move around, we'll say this way, the camera would turn and follow me to wherever I'm going in here, and that can work for certain things. Right now it's not going to follow me because it's turned off, but you get the idea, right? Anyways, so as far as I think it's going to be a pretty durable thing. It's like anything else. You take care of your stuff, it takes care of you. Watch the amount of weight you put on it. I don't see any reason why this thing would not last you for probably even several years, okay? Because once it's set up and you got your stuff on it, I mean, you're pretty much dead at that point. It's a shelf, right? It's doing its job. So I think I would probably give this a good 4 out of, well, actually, I think I'd go 4.5 out of 5. And these are also an as seen on TV kind of product too. You've probably seen them on a TV commercial. They were selling them. But it says organize your office supplies, media devices, personal items, speakers. I don't think I'd push the speaker thing unless they're really super light speakers. Remote controls, obviously. Photo frames. Yes, that would work for photo frames. Even those digital ones that people don't use anymore. That's a fad that came and went. And more, they say. So yeah. But yeah, keep this in mind next time you're in Dollarama. You may find these in other places too, other than Dollarama, because it's an as seen on TV product. It's not subject to just being available at Dollarama only, so it's not a Dollarama exclusive. I'm pretty sure you'd find these, even a version of this, maybe even on Amazon. I'll have to actually go and look myself to see what they charge. But this was like, you know, $5 or just under $5. So I thought, yeah, I'll take a gamble and bite the bullet. And if I like it, I'm sure my wife will buy one. So I'm pretty sure she's going to buy herself one next time. She's got the same type of screen as mine. So, and it doesn't interfere. Surprisingly enough, I have a Mac system regardless, but it doesn't matter. Because you've got the little black bar, which on my screen is very thin border edging, right? And then of course I've got part of my menu bar that goes straight across, and even though it does cover part of that bar in the middle, there's nothing in the middle that's preventing me from like clicking on a menu choice or anything, because there's no menu choices there. So it doesn't block anything, right? So just going to give you that visual here so you can see here. This is like my Mac menu. Where's my mouse? Bring this over here. So here's my Mac menu here. So, and it works. It just goes right across. So it does go down a little bit into the screen. So as long as you've got nothing in the area, then it's not going to obstruct any view or any of those problems. So that can work out for you. So anyway, so let me just put this back up. So I think, yeah, it's perfectly worth the money. It's worth a shot. See if you like it or not. It's only like $5, so give it a shot and see how you like it. Just remember, don't crank that tensioner screw too tight. You don't want to break it, and you don't need to really crank it that tight anyways for it to hold its weight properly. So it's just one of those things to keep in mind. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think of this thing. So far as being used to hold my phone up there and use it as a camera, I think overall it's really good. It's going to get the job done better than anything else I've tried, you know, and if I do find something better for my camera, well, we'll see, and we'll review that product too. But for now, this is actually going to work out, I think, quite well. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.